everyone, time flies and here comes our another weekly dance routine video. Today my brain is a bit foggy and I can only remember the two things clearly. The first one is, let's talk about this step first. We have to stand on our right leg and then we do this. Step, check, turn, ball, step down, and then backward, slide to the side, slide, and then step down, point, step down, check, turn, and then step. So this is the first pattern that we learned for Rumba. And the other is, the teacher didn't say it's a choreography, but I think we are going to incorporate what I'm going to talk later into the new choreography, the Rumba that we are going to learn. So what we learned was, and back, stand, side, and this one, side, side, turn and fall, turn, back, stand up, push to the side, and step down, and go sideways, sideways, and step down, turn, back, stand. So we're going to repeat this for, I don't know, X amount of time. So there are details in these two things. It's not as simple as it looks. I think my brain is a little bit overloaded and can't really function properly because it's freezing, I feel. Let's go back to the first steps. So I'm going to break it down to you, the layers in between. Okay, so it will be like this. From ball, push it to point. And then we want to incorporate the hip here. And then turn so that you can bring your leg, back leg, and forward. And then step down. From ball to point, look at the back leg. From ball to point. And then incorporate the hip. Bring this back. And use your back knee to kiss the front knee. And then straight the back leg and then point the front leg together, right? And then now we want to open. This is called open. I don't really understand why, but we have to bring this back and this we can bend a little bit. And then now we are released already, right? So we can actually use this loose timing to bring it behind. Stand on ball and then step down first. And this is the interesting part. So now we are diagonal. So we want to imagine we are bringing it backward. So just bring it backward first. And then slide it to the side. Today I finally understand the secret of doing this nicely. Because last week when I'm talking about this one, right, I practiced myself like, I was like, how? L shape or what? So we are transposing our, where we are facing. We transpose here, then we transpose it to here, if you are a music person, okay? And then now we want to shift the weights, utilize the hip, and then bring it. And here we want to push it, and then bend it. Sorry, I have to use the word correctly. It's actually rotate, and then you bend, and then now you can step down. Okay, and then now you stand, push it to the front, and then rotate the hip. Bring this part back. As I bring it back, the back knee will come in front. Come in front, and then step down. And the patterns go on and on. Let me highlight this part. So we have to stand, push it forward, and then rotate. And then we have to step down, kiss, and move it in front. So the kissing, look at the ball, the back leg, right? I'm standing a bit too far. I'm standing on my ball, so as my knees are kissing, I have to bring this side of my hip backward, and then they can come together, the knees. Not just the knees, actually from ball, and then I have to come to toe, press to toe. Because I have a habit of, there's a space in between my thighs. So what I need to do is to, on ball, and push to toe. So this is the layers and the depths of utilizing our hip rotation. Okay, let's talk about the other one. The next part is this one. Back, front, and then you have to rotate, step down, and then go outside. Rotate, step down, rotate, and then as we stand and we rotate with the hip, and then keep it first here, and we step down from here to here. But we are going to learn this next week. Then we come back to the first position. The name for this step, there's a cross word in it. I can't exactly remember that. But this is in our cha-cha choreography. Start from here. We have to check. See, there's a space. That's the problem. We have to check and then stand and then do a ronde. And then as we come here, we have to switch and then step and then like that, step down. Right, so today I learned a little bit deeper, but I'm not able to do that, so I'm a little bit depressed. Not depressed, maybe it's too heavy, that word. Okay, so we do one more time, so let me break it down for you. So it'd be check and then step, ronde. Okay, from here, because initially I thought I have to make a semicircle until here, but actually no need. We come here, we'll do, because it will be nearer so that we can do a check. And the check, you see, my default is a point. So we want to make it a ball, then my thigh can come close together. And now we can switch it. So this is that switch thing that is making me depressed. Because I have to switch already and balance. Takeaway today is that after I switch, the back leg have to be free. All weight is on the front leg. So just now my teacher was asking me, are you on your front leg? I was like, I think so. So he said, if you can lift up your back leg, that means you're on your front leg. So I was like, oh, I see. So I have to switch a little bit. Then only I'm able to do this. I thought my balancing is improved, but you can always be more accurate. So your switch is not just switch the bending of your knee, but actually incorporate the hip. Like that, and then step, bring it, and then you have to turn out. I'm not very sure if I'm doing this correctly, but this is all that I can understand and I can cope today. Hey, I just realized I didn't turn on my phone to record the sound for the past 3 minutes. You know, my friend from TV and movie faculty just give me a random feedback saying that the echo is really loud and cannot hear me clearly because of the echo. So I better plug in my mic and so that you have a better listening experience. And so thank you for hearing, thank you for watching, and I'll see you next week. Well, let's chat a little bit about what I observed today in class. So I went there early, and then when I put on my shoes, I can still see another class that another teacher was coaching another girl. So this girl was taking one-on-one lesson, and I think she has been taking lessons for 4 times already, and I've observed her sessions for maybe 4 times. And today I can see the students' improvements a lot, as a lot of the motion that she did is much more accurate. She can actually split one movement from another movement, very tiny movement. She can separate and make the flow, and while she is doing the flow, I can still see the separate movements. So the teacher actually demonstrated to her, and I saw that it's so interesting to see when she suddenly had that light bulb moments and how she did the corrections. So one place that she do is that wiggle body. So a few interesting things I saw from her session. The teacher told her that the wiggle part is just a wiggle. You don't need to use energy, just wiggle. right? I was like, oh, okay, this sounds like the. I always remember us this way. I said during the athlete part, we do not want to use energy. And the other section also, the teacher also mentioned when she's doing her choreography. So there's one part she keep turning and turning for many rounds. She will come to a termination pose, and that is the time when she has to use her energy. The energy comes from the sudden stop and the preparation before the sudden stop, which is the turning. According to what I understand, the turning part is the resting part. So you use the turning to just don't use energy in the turning, but the energy when you stop and do the posing. So it was so interesting to learn and see, and I thought to myself, okay, there is one part in the cha-cha dance. I was trying to make everything articulated, clear. So there's one, we have to do this one, we have to do this. So I wanted to articulate it. So I think that is why it looks so hard. And now I know when to release. So you just wiggle without energy.